Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Kelly Caves videos as much as I enjoyed going out there. I found it very exciting going out there on the bike and looking for the caves and eventually turning them up. So that's prompted me to do a little bit more research on that area. And I turned up this old map. It was written by a fella named Brooks from the Victorian Mountain Tramping Club. And it was issued in 1996. It's issue number 2. And it does actually show an area called the Police Caves, pardon me. And it seems to be apart from the Kelly Caves. And not only that, I can sort of confirm that by this book. There's an actual photo of the Police Caves, and that fella there is actually Ian Jones' son, Darren Jones. I think this was taken in 1992, and this is another Ian Jones book. It's rekindled my interest because apart from finding the Kelly Caves, it looks as though the Police Caves are on the opposite side facing Beechworth. So that'll give a whole new perspective on it. And because I've been bored, I've decided to get the DR650 organised and mount another expedition and get out there and look for the Police Caves. Morning guys, it's an absolute cracker of a day, beautiful sunny day. We have had some cool nights and some very cool mornings. I just got the DR organised this morning to go out to the Police Caves, and I just thought I'd show you this. There's something I came across on YouTube where people were wondering what they can do about their tank level. So the fuel tank and the bike obviously doesn't have any way to gauge the level, so you don't have a fuel gauge obviously or anything like that. What I've found is the simplest way is I take the cap off and I look inside the tank so I can see that side of the tank or this side, depending on where the sun is or where your light's coming from. And all I do is I run my finger down the side of the tank like that and look in through the top, and I can actually see where the level is. So what happens is because these tanks are fairly transparent, even these white ones, you can see your finger on the outside of the tank, and that's where mine is at the moment. So it's showing me that I've got half a tank. It's that simple. I've watched people try and solve this problem by putting all sorts of things on them, and quite elaborate and quite good too. I'm not saying they're not, but that is the simplest way. Just bear in mind that your bike's on the side stand. It might be showing a little bit less than where your finger is, but so that's showing half a tank, so it should be well over. Yeah, so just to give you an idea guys of how much range I'm getting from this tank, just there saying 560 now. I've filled it up 30 litres. I did fill it up, and I got down to about 5 litres, and I was on about 550 kilometres. So I'm expecting I should be able to get well over 600 out of this tank, which is pretty good. I did a video a while back of me coming down here on the V-Strom, and I decided not to cross the creek at the time, and that proved to be a really good choice because on the last occasion I had a bit of a peep at before they fixed that, how it was, and boy oh boy, it was just wrecked, like totally wrecked. There was ruts in it 1 metre deep. you know, and a couple of metres wide. It's the widest I've ever seen that crossing. You know, just the amount of water that was running through it absolutely wrecked it. So that was a good decision to stay away from it. Yeah, so I just thought I'd pull off the road here, guys, and just show you this camping spot. This is just up from the Kangaroo Crossing, where you go through the Reedy Creek. It's just a beautiful spot along here. Plenty of room, and the last few times I was up here there was caravans parked along here, or one, and it was here for quite a while. They must have had a nice little holiday here. But it's right on the creek. There's a bit of a bank down to it, but it's really nice. You've got a beautiful flat area. You can walk down to the creek easy enough, as you can see. It's just pretty good. Yeah. Oh well, looks like that's it for the day, guys. She's the end of the line here today to get to the police caves. However, I will make the most of the day out in this sunshine and have a ride along some tracks and see what I can find. Yes, well, that's a bit of bad luck, but look, to be honest, wait till I just get over all this bloody rock. To be honest, I had the wobbles today. I don't know why, but something was telling me I shouldn't go. I'm not superstitious or anything like that, but I will go with my gut feeling, and I think I've realised that, you know, I've been there 4 times now by myself. The last time when I found the Kelly Caves, I slipped arse overhead and nearly split my head open. I could have quite easily. You know, everyone that goes out on these expeditions, nearly everyone I know, go in pairs. They, you know, team up with another rider, and obviously that is the safest bet. I've spoken about this before, and this being my 5th expedition down here, you know, I'm not frightened to say that I've got the wobbles, and I'm thinking I'm pushing me luck. You know, how many more times can I come down here on my own without something happening to me, you know? Well, you know, nothing probably ever will, but I think I really need to start taking precautions and probably come down with someone else. Anyway, I'm going to make the most of this day. I'm going to try to get up to the Sugarloaf Hill, which I've had in the back of my mind for a while. Oddly enough, I've got maps helping me get there, so Google's talking to me through the Bluetooth. It's not that hard to find. It's a few Ks, and basically it'll get me on top of Sugarloaf, which is a beautiful spot. You know, it's right in the middle of the Woolshed Valley, and it's a well-known landmark. You can see it from the Kelly Caves. So we'll go and do that today, and I don't know what else we'll be doing, but with that tree across the road, I'm definitely not going to be going to look for the police caves today. Yeah, so this is typical of what you'll find out here if you start exploring. You know, there's some really good tracks, some of them challenging. One thing I will say about these tracks is they are a coarse granite surface, and when it's dry it is like ice. It's very, very skatey. You'll find when you're braking and stuff like that, you will lock the wheels up really easily. It's just like bloody mud in that sense. Also, if you're trying to get up some really steep hills, you'll find you won't have as much traction as you want. You can very easily lose the bike, you know. So yeah, just the surface, it's different, you know. It's different to some surfaces. Just thought I'd pull over here, guys, because we are actually on Sebastopol Flat, and this is where there was 4 kilometres of hotels, restaurants, all sorts of things down this road and up and down both sides. I've spoken of this before in my other videos. They've actually got a bit of a history here on these things. I can't really read it. So anyway, but yeah, there was a thriving gold rush town, and what the plaque tells us is up there on those hills there, those granite outcrops, is the Kelly Caves, and that's where I was in my last video. So I was going to get out there today to try and find the police caves, and we had a tree across the road, and as I explained before, I've got the wobbles a bit. I've given this project 4 goes, and I reckon I've pushed my luck. Not real keen on going to do it again on my own, but anyway, I might get over that. I don't know, but if someone's willing to come along with me, I'm quite happy to have them come along. Safety in numbers, obviously. But yeah, so here you get an idea of how the Kellys were monitoring what was going on down here. Yeah, they could spot the cops coming from miles away from up there, and that's what they were interested in. And then also, up there in those hills, the police caves were used for the police to keep an eye on one of the homesteads down here in the valley, which belonged to the Burns, and they were known associates of the Kelly gang, and the police were trying to catch the gang visiting down there. They spent a lot of time up there. They spent months hiding out in those caves, the police did. Yeah, so, and what we're looking at here, this is Sebastopol Park. This is a historic farming, or a historic farm. Just behind those trees is the big clearing that you can see from up the top there, from the Kelly Caves. It's a pretty big acreage in between that valley there. Spectacular sights. If you have a look at my other videos, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, we'll just head off to Sugarloaf Hill, Sugarloaf Mountain. Yeah, righto. So I've just been told to turn left for 2 kilometres, and there's the Sugarloaf. You can see it up through the hills there, through the trees here. It's a very pronounced hill, and surrounded by farmland. There is another way to get in, but they've closed the track there as well. I don't know why, but anyway, we'll try and get up this way. Hopefully it won't be too savage. Yeah, it's not a bad track. If you're ever out here, guys, this is called Warner's Track, and we need to turn off this track onto Davis Track, and then onto the Sugarloaf Track, which will get us up that beautiful hill right there. Just trying to get a good shot of it for you. A lot of history here. Yep, so that's the end of this one too, guys. Not having much luck today. I got as far as, well, 200 metres before I needed to turn left, and boy oh boy, it got that steep and washed out. There's just no way. Not on this, and probably not on a lot of things. 2 bikes come out on the way out. Looks like they pulled up as well. They were lighter bikes than this as well. They were a couple of dedicated dirt bikes sort of thing. And they've turned around by the look of them. Couldn't see any tracks up the hill. Yeah, it's just really steep and washed out to the buggery, so that's that. We'll head back out in the road, see if we can get another way in. Yeah, right guys, I've had a bit of a ride around, and I've come down the old coach road, which is off the Chiltern Road. I've just come down from up here, and I used to come down here wood cutting many years ago in the 90s when it was open for wood cutting. It really has changed. This was never here. There was an old pine plantation just there. And there's a sign saying no through road, so we ain't going through that way then. I actually know who lives down there. But there was a sign back on the Old Coast Road saying no access to Sugarloaf Lane, which will take you up to the Sugarloaf. Now there is another track here called Aaron's Track, and that track there is named after Aaron Sherritt. He's the guy that got murdered in the 1800s. He was part of the Kelly gang, and I guess that's named after him. Not sure about that one. I'm just going to have a look at my maps and see where it takes me, but I think it will take me up to the Sugarloaf, hopefully, somehow. Beautiful day, beautiful spot, and it reminds me of the days I used to come down here getting wood. There's beautiful species down here of red box and red stringy bark, but those days are over. The forest down here at Mount Pilot's been locked for a long time, so just parked the bike for a minute. Yeah, I'm right up on this ridge here. It looks pretty hard going. I'm going to check this out. I'm not going to bloody commit myself if I'm going to break my neck up here. Stuff that. Oh shit. Oh shit, no. Oh god. No, it's all wrecked. It's absolutely wrecked. Shit, no. Oh shit. Pardon me guys, this is... Look, you'd need a trials bike or something like that, you know. I can see there's been a car up here. Must be a real high clearance four-wheel drive. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, there's been a bike up here, and they've probably made it. Yeah, no, this is just a little bit too challenging for an old boy like myself. So, especially with the weight on that bike, I'm not even going to attempt it. So, I've just pulled up in time, I think. Probably could have made it to there or up on the rock here, but I'm just not going to do it. So, what I'll do is I'll put the bike on full lock and run it backwards. Ground's solid here. If I'm careful, I should be able to do a U-turn pretty easily and get the hell out. Let's see what happens. Better get on it first. Now this is very, very skatey stuff. So I'm going to have to be real careful not to bloody lose it. Oh, it might help if the stand's up. I'll keep the camera rolling so you can bloody keep an eye on me. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get back all right, I think. Straighten her up. Yeah, should get back into there all right. Bugger me. Amazing shit, this. I'm gonna have to fucking get off it, I think. No. Let's see. No, we're right. I'm gonna back a bit. Down into there. And this should be pretty good. All good. Praise the Lord. Well guys, I'm not having much luck today. It's typical though, it's just my luck. when things go wrong. They usually do, but yeah, look, I'm very wary of what I can and can't do, so I pull myself up. If I'm in doubt, I turn around. No point trying to put yourself at risk. I don't want to damage the bike and have that hassle, you know, of having to bloody get help and that, and, you know, destroy the bike. And you know, I'm just not into that. I'm into getting places and getting home and all that. So, well, the GPS is just the Google Maps has just come on and told me to turn left off Warner's Road, off Old Coach Road, and they're telling me that I'm back on track. Yeah, so let's have a look where this takes us. Hopefully, well, there you go, it's just off the Old Coach Road there, and the Sugarloaf track's 1.2 kilometres. Alright, well, we'll see what sort of nick this track's in. Well, I wouldn't have realised, but I'm actually on the Sugarloaf track now. That's pretty good. I don't know what it'll, you know, turn into up here. Hopefully I'll be able to get right onto the Sugarloaf. Anyway, we'll see what happens. This is the Sugarloaf track, so I'm presuming it'll take me there. And if this is as bad as it gets, well, I'll be quite happy. I don't want to do another U-turn and go back. I'd like to get up there. Yeah, don't look too bad. There's a few washouts here and there. I can see there's been bikes here. Yeah, the old Trusty DR just grunts through, no worries. I've got me 1446 going on this one, much better for these sorts of tracks. I'm not slipping the clutch to slow down, so I'm in first now and I can just idle along pretty well at about 2000, you know. That's pretty good for this sort of work. If I needed to go any slower without slipping the clutch, I'd be onto about a 13 front sprocket. That'd do the job, just depending on what terrain you're on, basically. Well, here we go. A bit of a challenge here, I think. Oh no, we should be right. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, no, we're right. Yep, so I'm on Mount Sugarloaf, and she's starting to get a little bit rugged up here. Should be able to make this, I think. Get a bit of momentum happening and I should be alright, but I'm really at the highest point anyway, so I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to break me bloody neck and me bike. So yeah, that's good. I'm on top of Mount Sugarloaf. It's a pity all this scrub's here, because you'd be able to see all the valley over there, but not so with all that scrub there. That's just a little bit mountain goaty, and I'm thinking I should be on a trials bike for that, not on this. Anyway, that's that. Pretty challenging country. Good old DR, we'll keep her in good nick. Yeah, so it's challenging enough without, you know, risking it too much. You know, for a bloke of 65, I'm not doing too badly. Yep, so here we are, guys. It's lunchtime again. And just hooking myself up a feed out of that packet. I'm sure it's going to be doing me good. Hang on, I've got something stuck on the lens there. Good cup of coffee. Anyway, I'm going to have a feed. What a day. Yeah, you can't expect things to go exactly how you planned every day of the week. So that's the way it is. I'm just going to say a prayer here. So thank you, Lord, for this packet muck that I'm about to eat. We praise you for everything in our lives. Amen. Yeah, just come around the corner here and nearly ran over this again. Looks pretty fresh. Looks like this morning. Poor bugger. Might just pull over and drag him off the road, I think. Yep. Okay guys, here we are. We're parked at this little place here in the Mount Pilot National Park. And it's a place called Yeddonba. And it's a historically and culturally significant place for Indigenous people. And there are some caves here and some interesting places. So I've decided I'll take the risk and park the bike. It's a weekday, so I don't expect anyone to come along and take stuff. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But they've actually set up a walking track here and all sorts of things. And at the moment, the main track's been closed, or the viewing platform's been closed. And this is all due to the extreme events with the rain last year. I'm thinking parks has sort of been inundated with stuff to do, and so they can't really, you know, fix everything at once. Very understandable, because, you know, the condition of stuff is just unbelievable. So I'm just looking over to my right there, and I can see a platform, and this could be very interesting. Anyway, I've backtracked towards my bike, and I did notice there's a track off to here. Looks like it's been a little bit worn, and there's been people walking along here, so I'll head up this way and see if I can get round the locked gate. Seems to be getting a lot of those lately. Oh, there's a visitor's book. Yeah, I might sign that. Anyway, the name Yeddonba, very interesting. And as far as I know, Yeddonba means the Australian native pine, or black cypress, some people call it. There's a lot of it about here, and they used the cypress to make tools and weapons, and especially the resin. They used it as a glue, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, it's everywhere, and in some places it's pretty thick, but that's what it looks like there. That's probably as good an example as you can get. And just as I'm showing you that, we get to this beautiful outcrop, and there's caves here. As you can see, these are overhanging rocks, and would have made just such great shelter for the Aboriginals of the area at the time. This huge rock overhanging the top of that, that's just amazing. Unbelievable. Yeah. Good stuff. As you can see, we can walk around here and have a little bit more of a look. Just fantastic. It goes right up the side of the hill there. Not sure where this will take me, but it looks pretty interesting. Yeah, so we're getting right up there now, and apparently this place is called Wedgetail Eagle View, and I'm not surprised at that name. Yeah, so we're looking like we're getting right amongst it here now. I've basically done a whole round of where I started from over there where the lock gate is. But here it is. This is the Yeddonba Cave, and it's an amazing bit of rock, which would have given good shelter to the indigenous people back in the day when they dwelled in the area. And I mean, look at it, it is just massive. These are by no means small places. They're very significant spiritual places, and from what I can recall, I came here back in the 90s when the kids were young. I think this is an entrance just behind this rock, and it's just amazing. you need to climb over the rock or go in through there. It is just amazing. There is a lovely bit of space in there where you could get whole families of people. Just an amazing place. The roof, unbelievable. It's great. How inconvenient that this rock should fall right in front of the entrance. But as you can see, people had no problem crawling through in there. They make a great place to sleep. Great place to camp. Well, there you go, guys, the Yeddonba Caves. Just wondering how long they'll stay up there, those ones. I don't make too much noise, I might decide to come down right now. Just amazing. What a place. Well, there you go, guys. Get in your car and get out to northeast Victoria. The kids will be just amazed with this place. Yeah, guys, so I just thought, I was going past this turn off, so I thought I might just scoot up here and get you to see this. This is the Mount Pilot summit. Yeah, it's just amazing. We're right up here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with my helmet. And yeah, so we're up pretty high. I've just pulled the bike up down there, and it's a 300-metre walk up this hill, so that'll be me for the day, my exercise, and it should be pretty amazing view. They tell me that it is, so let's have a look. What does it say? Children at risk, well that's me. Supervised at all times, I shouldn't be here by myself. Slippery rocks and unstable cliffs, well that suits me down to the ground. Righto. Well, there you go. I haven't done the 300 metres yet, but someone's been kind enough to put a seat there, knowing that an old bloke like me might get a bit knocked up. It's a beautiful view, stunning view. You can see right across to Hotham and Falls Creek way in the distance there. Just amazing stuff. I'd say Wodonga's over those ridges just over there. Oh, as much as I'd like to sit down, I'll keep going. Well, hooly dooly. Here we are. Oh, worth it's the first thing that comes to mind. North Queensland that way. Mount Barranduda that way. Mount Barrenbogie that way. And Mount Cobbler that way, the Alpine region, which is south. Absolutely spot on. Stanley Fire Tower, 25 kilometres that way. Unbelievable. And well worth it coming up here, guys. If you get a chance, go down and see. Yeah, look at this. This is, someone's bought some concrete up and put FC something or other, 1961. I can't make out the rest of it. Is it Rick? FC, no, can't make it out. It's pretty old, 1961. It's a long time ago. Now, have a look at this. It's just amazing. Oh, you can see for miles. That's incredible. Unbelievable. God, the ranges through here. Just an amazing bit of stuff. We're right up on this big granite outcrop. It's a huge rock. Just amazing, and it just commands these views all around. Really good stuff. Have a look at how much rock's here. Just amazing. Yeah, so that's my exercise for the day without a doubt. With riding the bike and going for walks, it all adds to your fitness, you know, so it's a good thing. I make a point of getting off the bike and going for a good solid walk, get a sweat up. So, and that was well worth it, you might agree. There's some beautiful spots here in northeast Victoria. Anyway, that might do for this video. There's obviously going to be a part 2 for the police caves. Things don't often work out the way they should, but we make the best of things while we're out here. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you in part 2 of the police caves. Bye for now.